Good afternoon, board game geeks. This is Dotty, NerdOD's resident board game guru, bringing you one of my favourite games. I can't get enough of this game. I'm nearly out of the original notepad that it comes with. That's how much I enjoy this game. I'm bringing you Run for Your Life, Candyman by Smirk and Dagger Game. Basically, you're Gingerbread Man. The man has taken over Candyland and you're being pre-packed, ready for sale. Your job is to get from the start position at the top and get to the final destination right at the bottom. However, on your way, you and your friends are scrambling to get the heck out of there. So let's go with setup. So this is a 2 to 6 player game. You get given each a gingerbread man character sheet. You then draw a card from the top of the deck, and you're looking for a card with an individual suite on it. This one is a gumdrop. Gumdrop buttons. So you will circle said gumdrop at the beginning of the game. You discard those or reshuffle them in. So anytime you draw a card exactly like that one with one of your suites on it, you gain a special treat, which can be anything from Licorice Whip. Sign 20 arm, you may use weapon once per turn. You may make a normal attack on a player within 3 spaces. Scarred if you lose your arm, you assign the whip too. Now, there's loads of different things in there. There's bazookas, which have a range of 6 to 12. There's katanas. There's one that lets you... Oh, let me cover it. Right, so each square is a life point, basically. And as you are running around the squares, you're going to take swipes at each other, punching each other. So let's say Butch manages to get one of these green sweets that you can see there, and he goes past these two. He then decides which one he's going to take a swing at, and that's a pink drum drop. So he draws the next one. It's another pink drum drop. So he takes a swipe at them. Whichever player character he's picked draws the next in there. Now, if his player character has coloured all 4 in, then that bit is destroyed, and that player character then has to tear off the representative body part. Literally from the actual piece of paper, you tear it off. So if he loses his left arm, you tear off the whole of the left arm, and then you give it to the other player. Which is where it brings me to the special treat. There's a special treat in there which lets you reattach a trophy arm to yourself, so you get that back. There's others that let you unlock the darkened cubes. It's great. It's absolutely really enjoyable. Let's cover everything else. So on here you'll see there's various squares, each representing a suite. There are some double move. We'll get that. There are some double move candies, which are 2 candies on it. If they are the same one, you can move 2 squares. If they are different, you get to pick which one you want to go to. There is no direction. You don't have to go forwards. You can go backwards. So Butch or Stinky, well, say Stinky next. Stinky gets the swirl. He can come back this way and take a swipe at any of the 3. It is really good. Then you have squares which have characters on it, like the Pinata, Lady Ice Cream. Landed on these squares will always deal damage to you. Then you got Sweet Tooth at the top there. When you draw that card from here, you move to said location, and then Sweet Tooth rips your head off in one go. It's pretty horrible. I've had it where Sean, also known as Steve from NerdOD, we started the game. I went first. Sean picked a special treat straight away, ran past me and ripped my head off in one turn, which left me feeling quite angry, and vengeance will be declared, and I have called them out and challenged them. Right, so that's that. When you hit the like barber pole sort of section, you meet the terrible twins. Every time you move in down this and you stop, they deal 4 damage to you, 4 random cards from the pile, which could absolutely obliterate you before you hit the end. Then I've seen it done once. We've had incidents where someone has been a couple of squares away from winning, and then you got these exploded locations. These are the battle royale areas where you can summon another player to come back and fight you. What you do is you draw the top card continuously until you draw the card that matches the symbol that you're on, which is horrific at the same time, because you could go first, draw that sweet, deal the damage, and then that's the battle royale done straight up. So it's good for a free swing, and you get to pick who you want. That's why I quickly hastily put this one down, because it's a one-off use. I think it is. Oh yeah. So this is the candy cage match. So for all players, because the candy cage match space nearest you. So if it's your turn, say we go Mr. Crumbles. Nearest one to Mr. Crumbles is pink gumdrop at the top, or the green one. And then everyone goes to that same location, and then you declare who you're fighting, draw a card, and it continues to go on until a pink sweet gumdrop is drawn, and then this card is actually removed from play, so it can't be used again, which is good. Hopefully there's a... should have stacked them there. Oh, there's one of the picture cards. So you just go straight to that location, which is good for getting around the board quicker. However, you're going to take a little bit of a punch along the way. There's my double, so there we go. So there's the double, so you can either go to the nearest chocolate bar or nearest, we'll say a mint sweet. They do actually tell you what they are in the rule book, and I forget what that one is. So yeah, that's basically it. It is a Funky Doodah character sheet, which will become a mess by the end of the actual game. It is a complete free-for-all. If no one makes it to the end, then and everyone gets killed by each other or the individuals around the board. It's the number of trophies that you have, i.e. the number of ripped body parts and limbs you have torn off your opponents. And it's great. I can't fault it. I've played this drunk, I've played this sober, and I love it every single time I play it. Can you get hold of it? No. The print has actually stopped running for this game, which has seen the price of it skyrocket. If you can find a copy of it, which is below £100, then I suggest you pick it up, because that is relatively cheap right now. If someone has a copy of it, play it, give it a go. I don't want to recommend games a lot. I want to give games that are worth your time, and this one, if you have 5-6 players ready to go, then I definitely dive in and jump on it. As I've said, I have called out most of the team from NerdOD and declared a brawl with them, which I want to do a live stream with. So please bear with me while we all try and organise a free moment where we can do that. Yeah, the game's very basic. There's not many components. It's very light. The rule book does give you a double picture of A4 where you can print, photocopy and print more of these off. So you're never going to be out of them, which is great because I'm nearly out. Because then you get a fair wad of them to start with. But this one is where a lot of grudges should be solved. If you got a problem with someone in a board game, I recommend this one as your kind of battle royale. Get stuck in, bring it to the table, find someone with a copy of it, get them on it, get playing. So that's it for this one. This is one of my favourite games. I'm glad I picked it up on a random chance. I hope they do another print of it so people don't miss out on this great game. But I don't know what's going on with Smirk Dagger Games. I might drop them a cheeky email, see what they're up to, what new projects they've got. Other than that, that's the end of the video. Thank you guys, have a great day, and I'll catch you at the next one. So have fun.